Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taryn and we talk about all things finance related, from the zero-based budget method to cash envelopes. So before we get started, go ahead and give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, join our community here, and let's get started. All right, you guys, so we are going to cash stuff for the third paycheck of December. So let's go ahead and give this money a count. It is actually, I'm taking out 101 and then a $5 bill, because that is for 2 weeks worth of the 52-week savings challenge plus the bookmark savings challenge. So this is not part of today's cash stuffing, so I'm going to put that to the side. Use a little bit of this. This weather, with it being so cold, makes my skin very dry. I put lotion, but doesn't always help. All right, so we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. So $8.95. I was in a rush because it was just my lunch break when I went and got cash, and I wish I had taken time to really look at what they were giving me, because some of the bills are really like this one. It's kind of gross. Like, what in the world? So when I do my cash condensing today, I'm going to try to get some of these gone and back to the bank and out of my, cash flow. No, not flow. Like, I don't know. Like, I try to recycle there. Like, I try to recycle the money. So I'm going to get it out of the money that I recycle. I try to take the poor bills back to the bank and keep the more decent ones on hand, because some of these are pretty awful. But we're going to make the most of it, and it all spends the same. So we're good. So we're going to hop into my essentials binder, and we are going to focus on the spending, personal spending. So let's see. I didn't touch my 75, which is so awesome. So this may go towards savings challenges. I may just keep it on hand for myself, since I do have like some time off from work for the holidays, and I will be closing my Etsy shop. I believe I said the 21st. The 20th or 21st is the last day that you can order from my shop before the new year, because I'm going to take some time to be, sorry for the glare. I'm testing out new lighting, and I don't think I like this one because it does put a lot of glare. But a new one comes today, so I'm going to pick the one that I think is best. So as I was saying, I'm going to take some time to be with the family, but I definitely want you guys to be able to get your orders in for like maybe savings challenges that you want to do for the new year. Like, who's going to do the 52-week savings challenge with me? Whether you purchase the one from my shop or you purchase from another shop, but who's doing that savings challenge, right? So you want to make sure that you get those orders in so that you're ready for the new year. So this is 75, which I will just put to the side and decide later what am I going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and put another 75, and I'm going to put the best of the worst because it's all pretty bad. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and I might actually trade these out for that. Like, if I keep that money to spend, I'll just put the poor ones in my wallet. Okay, so all of that. So this should be 75, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and cash stuff for my husband. Oh, he has money left. Oh, yeah, I forgot he got a bonus. So we're going to go ahead and do 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So now he has $180. And then I am going to add a little to dining out. we haven't actually been dining out as much as we normally do, to be very honest, which so I did do Chipotle the other day because for my lunch I had to go into town, but yeah, we've been doing pretty good about not eating out. Like, I'm going to take a moment to reflect on that because I hadn't, and yeah, pretty proud. Okay, all right, moving right along, but yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So we're going to add 70. I just did 2 20s. I'm going to do the not so nice 20s, and then I did 3 10s. You know what, I'm going to put that kind of grody one there. Same thing with that one. And then this one. Why do people write on money? Like, isn't that illegal? I swear there's a law for that. I don't know. So we're going to add 40, 50, 60, 70 to this bunch. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So the goal was to give this $300 for the month. So we'll focus on giving the rest of it for the last paycheck of December. So that's it for this binder. We'll hop into my high priority binder first. Again, sorry for the glare. So this is my high priority binder where I hold things that are vehicle, home, or like miscellaneous high priority, or like short term, like we got to get it done, you know, sooner rather than later. I think I only have like 1 envelope in there though. And we are going to focus on home this time. Okay, so earthquake policy is going to go ahead and get 60. So we're going to do a 50 and a 10. As I was saying in my previous cash stuffing video for week 2, I adjusted some of the amounts to just be a little bit more realistic, meaning we were overstuffing, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I am all for overstuffing and adding as much as you can, but I really wanted to put money in other categories before the new year. So I really just did some math, like how many months do I have left? How much do I have to save? Did the division and figured it out. So earthquake policy, I think when I did it, I rounded up to 800 just to be safe, because it's usually like 750 something, 760 something, and it usually increases every year a little bit. So I just wanted to be like super prepared, right? So we have 100, 200, 300, and 50, 60, 360. This is actually not due until August. The bill usually comes to us about July. So to me, this is really good, right? Like, we have quite a bit and it's not due for several more months. Home warranty, $30. Basically what I'm saving for here is the annual payment for our home warranty. I do not pay them monthly. When I signed up, I said I want to pay for a year up front. I used whatever paycheck was coming at that moment to cover that. And then I set it up to pay like annually. So right now I'm just saving for that next year. And so now we have 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 230, 240. And it's like 3 something. So we're doing really well on that one, as we're doing really well as well. Well, you know what I mean. I used well way too many times. Okay, home maintenance, we are going to add $200 to this. We barely have a chance to get to the 2K goal that I have for this one because we've had to do things for the house. And that's okay. Like, eventually that will slow down and we will get to that 2K, and then that can sit in a high yield savings account, and then we will only use it as needed. So home maintenance is more like, okay, if one of the faucets broke or the shower head or we needed a new plunger or whatever, we would purchase that using home maintenance. We do have 5K for home emergency, and that's already in a high yield savings account. It has been there for a couple years. That would be if larger things were to break or need like replacement parts. So for that one, you would think like water heater, washer, dryer, you know, bigger things like that. It obviously would not cover like an entire AC unit repair or, replacement. And that is something that is kind of coming up in our future. I feel like in the next 5 years, possibly we would need to replace that system. So that's something I have to think about, like how we're going to, fund that, incorporate that I haven't even gone there yet, because luckily right now it's working, and with the repairs that we did, we're good. And we've had more people tell us like your unit should last at least another 10 more years, versus others that are just trying to sell you a whole new system when they tell you a system shouldn't last more than 10-15 years. So I don't know, but so far it's still working, so we're going to keep rolling with it. So in-home maintenance, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 86. 486, right? That's what I said. So not quite enough for a $500 placeholder. So when I do my cash condensing, I might be able to put like a $50 bill in there, but I'm not going to be able to take it to the bank yet. Well, I could choose to, but my usual like threshold for taking to the bank is 500. When I reach 500 in an envelope, it gets taken to a bank, high yield savings account, earn interest, and I use placeholders, which I have my little bundle right next to me for my next cash stuffing. I have different styles in my shop. I have the traditional heart. That was my first one. And then someone asked me to make fantasy themed ones. So I did a dragon with lightning. And then this one, which reminds me obviously of Valaris, if you're an Akatar fan. But I use placeholders instead to just kind of represent the money that I have sitting in a bank. Ring alarm is going to get 25. Okay. And we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 175. We need like 200 for the year. So I'm not too worried about that. That'll be due in end of January. And we actually purchased a few more cameras. I felt the need to, I guess kind of like Fort Knox. I just feel like if anyone, because I have grown popular to some extent. I'm nowhere near like Mr. Beast or anything like that, but if anyone were to come here, I want them to see that we are monitored. We have the cameras, we have the lights, we have the guard dogs. One is, as you know, he is a Doberman Husky Malamute. And then we have Sadie, who is German Shepherd, Husky, and a couple other like odd breeds that somehow made it in there. And then we have our new one, our little Maltese. But let me tell you, he is fierce and his little teeth hurt. And I'm sure he could get someone's ankle. So, plus you have a veteran in the house, you have my husband, and we have 3 black belts. So I just want to make sure that we are being super, super safe. You know what I mean? Pest control. Again, I pay for this one annually. When I first set up, you have to pay a little bit more because you have to pay that like intro fee, which I won't have to pay again. So long as I keep my service with them and I don't stop service, then you have to pay it again. So this is just for me to cover for the year. I like paying for the year because I don't have to worry about when that bill comes and making sure I pay it on time. That's why I prefer to pay things annually, just because I don't want to have to worry about it monthly. Okay. Yes, I'm cash stuffing it, but that's so different than making sure you're paying the bill on time so you don't have a late fee or interruption to your service. You know what I mean? Pest control now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, and 20. I can't remember how much it is for the year, but we're almost there. Septic, I don't think I'm adding this time. I'm skipping. We already have 450 in a high yield savings account. It's been sitting there for a good couple years earning interest. You don't have to have your septic pumped annually. And right now we're good. So we have enough to cover the next pump. Plus I started saving for the one after that. So I'm several years ahead. Like that, you can't go wrong. So yard maintenance is going to go ahead and get 50. So now we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 50. 250 for yard maintenance. This could be for when I, sometimes like our tumbleweeds, we have Russian nettle tumbleweeds that go out of control, and we have a huge property, more than a half acre, like, but not quite a full acre, but it's huge and it's hard to maintain with just like yourselves and like a little like weeder. So sometimes I'll call someone in to do like a big haul of all of the weeds, and that could go towards that. I mean, anything just basically yard related, right? So garden is also going to get a $50 bill. So now we have 50, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. We had more, but I purchased what I wanted for my winter garden. But unfortunately, some of them have frozen. Like some of the soil has frozen. We have gotten really cold nights, and I didn't anticipate that. And I totally forgot one night to go out and like cover it with like a tarp or like a trash bag to kind of keep it from getting too cold. So yeah, that's a little disappointing, but I'm learning. This is my first winter garden, so I'm not mad. Trash and water we skipped for December, but we're good. Water is going to be coming out in January, so I will be pulling money from this envelope and incorporating it as my January income. So it's basically under the income line that I used for my budgeting. It would be savings used to pay that bill. So the bill that is going to be due in January, I will not have to cover using my January income. I already have that money. It's already saved. So that's why this works. That's why, to me, preparing for things that you know, this is every other month. This is biannually. Am I saying it right? Every 3 months? I don't know. Quarterly. This is quarterly. And then some are annually, right? So it just, preparing for it really just does feel good. Like, I'm not going to lie. It feels really good. All right. So we are done in this binder. We are going to hop into my low priority binder. We just have a few categories in here under us. So we have memories, which would be for the family, kids, and then us, and annual. Us is like my husband and I, but I did put deductibles here just because it's more long-term. I'm not worried about saving for it quickly. And it is also like a lower priority compared to the other things. Deductibles is basically which is so interesting because if you remember, my daughter and I, like someone's reversed out of the parking spot and hit my daughter and I as we had already reversed. I was already ready to turn my wheel and like drive, and they just like a bat out of hell, hit us. And so my husband has my car today because what he's doing is talking to someone that he knows at an auto shop to see if the amount that the insurance company is willing to pay me, could we get the bumper fixed with him for that amount? And if not, then I will just have to pay my $500 deductible, which I'll take from my car emergency fund, which I'm fine with. I'll replace that right away to pay that to get the new bumper. And prior to that being hit, there was already scratches and dents on my bumper from my family members loading a treadmill into my car, and it was heavy, so they did not hold it well enough to where it didn't like hit and scratch my bumper. So I'm not mad about getting a new bumper, and if I can do it on a $500 deductible, I'm good with that. But that's what this is. So if we had to use our homeowner's insurance or earthquake insurance vehicle, I want to make sure that whatever the deductible is for that insurance plan, that we have that ready to go. So we are going to give this $50. So we only have $150 in here. Not nearly enough to cover even one of the deductibles, but this is a new envelope, a new category, a new savings goal, and we're going to make it happen at some point. Wellness is going to get $40, so I'm just going to add 2 20s. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80. This is enough for another 5-pack of yoga classes. And then I think, hair. Oh, whoa. I think I didn't, you guys. Wait, no, 6, 11, 8, 13, 4, and 4. Why don't I have enough? Oh, wait, I already put that 100 over here for the savings challenges, right? Yeah, I am tripping, guys, I'm tripping. Okay, 105, this is for hair and makeup. So 100 is going into hair. Y'all, for some reason, I thought this 105 here was for the 52-week savings challenge, and yeah, I'm losing it. Okay, so 100 is going into my hair, 5 is going into makeup. I do a lot of our replenishing of the very minimal makeup that we use during Black Friday at Ulta when you get like really good sales and coupons and things like that. And if you notice, ordering things from Amazon like this, sometimes the shelf life, like if you look at the dates, you're getting older product, which is why I tend to prefer to purchase at Ulta, right? And because I have their credit card rewards, whatnot, I get all this like free money to spend. So it usually works out for us. but I will save money in here to kind of cover that purchase, but we also use Christmas money, so it works out. This is my hair envelope, and what I'm actually doing, I don't normally do this. I go and do my hair every 9 to 11 weeks. I don't do it every like 4 weeks or 8 weeks, however people do it. I usually go like 9 to 11. But this time, because my hair has been really bugging me, I get a lot of static in winter. I have no idea why, but my hair is very thick. It's like 2 heads of hair on one. I will never go bald. That I will for sure know. I will never go bald. But I like to go in, and when she does my hair, I have her use those like choppy scissor things that kind of thin it out a little bit. So I want her to do that in between from my next service. So my next actual service is on Valentine's Day. But I'm going to go in December 27th for a good wash, clarifying shampoo, because our water here sucks. Even though I have a filter on our shower head, it still sucks. It feels like there's always something on you or your skin gets really dry. So clarifying shampoo, she will do that choppy scissor thingy, a good blow dry, and a good curl. I figured to ring in the new year, I wanted my hair to feel like really good. So that is it for cash stuffing for the 3rd paycheck for us for December, which I actually got early. I got it today. Today's the 13th. I got it today because the 15th winds up on a Sunday. So the way that direct deposit works is it has to come to you like the business day prior. So I actually got it today. So that means that I get to go into my checking account and allocate $525 to our checking account card, the debit card that is specific to groceries and gas. So $300 for food, $225 for gas. That's going directly to that card. That's for us to purchase groceries or gasoline for any of the vehicles. So I make that automatic Zelle transfer from my regular checking to my Ally checking, which is where we have the grocery, gas and other high yield savings accounts and stuff like that. And then just make sure that as bills are coming out, I'm looking at my budget tracker and making sure like I'm marking off. Yes, the money went out. Yes, the amount is what we expected. If you don't have that like intimate relationship with your budget, and if you're not looking at what's coming in and what's going out, you don't really know, are you being charged correctly? Did it actually work? Like, did the auto pay work? Or do you have to follow up and figure something out so that you don't have interruption to your service? So have a good relationship with your checking account. Don't be afraid to check it. In the beginning, when I started to do that, it was very nerve-wracking because I was the person who would go overdrawn and then run to the bank and beg for them to reverse it and credit me back because we just were not spending our money wisely. So now, once you like get over that hurdle and you create a nice budget, it feels really good to go into your account because everything is working seamlessly. Money's coming in where it should be coming in. It's the right amount. It's going out. You're covering your bills, your expenses, your needs, your wants, all the stuff. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We are going to be doing a cash condensing next. I don't know which video we'll post first, but I wanted to cash stuff first before I did the cash condensing because that only makes sense. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.